An escalating civil war.
The situation here in Cox's is desperate. An already insecure place does feel a lot more precarious.
Well, welcome back. You are watching the Press Preview. We are joined once again by the Guardian's political editor, Pippa Crerar, and the editor-at-large of The Sun, Harry Cole. And it is to your paper, Harry, we go next. Just next, did somebody say... ... Anyway, explain this story. It's about migrants.
Sun's been looking at this for a couple of weeks or so now, of illegal working from migrant hotels. So people arriving on small boats, they're going into migrant hotels, and they're all automatically working for companies, delivery companies, Just Eat included, and Deliveroo. And this is, it's pretty brazen. Our reporters have been down there photographing them. It hasn't taken long to see people who literally who are being housed by the taxpayer, who have no right to work here while they're claiming asylum, and where cases are being dealt with, openly and brazenly working for these firms. And the Home Office, finally now woken up this a little bit. Vet Keeper says, I commend the Sun's campaign to shine a spotlight on this, but without being churlish for her excellent quote, that's the sort of thing the Home Office should be doing.
How are they? How are they working? Do they need to show papers to the employers, for example?
These big delivery firms, really do need to get their houses in order. I don't know why they haven't been, hauled in by the Prime Minister or hauled in by the Home Secretary. There's a lot of sharing of accounts, so one person signs up legally for an account, and then that account is shared around various different people. So one bike, one sort of company, one company account being widely used illegally by lots of people, and this is very, very extremely cheap labour, and I can't imagine they're getting the conditions of that great.
I know you're trying to come in. Do you want to have one sentence?
Just very quickly, Harry says that they should be halted by the Home Office. They were, in fact, today.
Were they? Oh, good.
And Deliveroo, Uber Eats and Just Eat have said, as a result of that, they're going to further strengthen security checks, which up until this point have been voluntary, on delivery riders in the next 3 months to prevent illegal working in the gig economy.
Why on earth was it voluntary? Why were they? These companies are making massive amounts of profit, knowing full well who the people working for them are. They've turned a blind eye for too long. I'm glad they've been hauled in. I like a good hauling in.
Glastonbury, Daily Express and elsewhere in the papers. What's the latest?
Yes, well, I don't know if you watched Glastonbury over the weekend. I picked up snippets of it, but I wasn't sitting down in front of TV watching the whole thing. But had you been tuning into iPlayer and watching it, you might have been shocked by, trying to find the right page here, by Bob Vylan, yes, Bob Vylan, creatively named, who are a rap punk act. I mean, you might think, if you'd done a Google search on them, that they might be a group that the BBC should have been paying particular care with, given Kneecap wasn't actually screened live because they predicted trouble there. And what happened is that this group, Bob Vylan, the lead singer...
just got a minute, circumvent all of that.
So circumvent all of that, you know what happened.
There's a criminal investigation.
It
was on the BBC
Tim
online.
Davie is under pressure now. He's been told to, as Express says, to sack those responsible, resign himself.
And his exact role in this is getting a little bit murky now, because he turns out he was at Glastonbury.
According to the Telegraph.
According to the BBC, who confirmed he was there.
OK, right.
And he was at Glastonbury, and he was consulted about what on earth to do when this, instead of pressing a button and turning it off, when this guy started screaming for the murder of Israelis, it might have been they left it up there for 5 hours. So, real questions for Tim Davie tonight, given how much focus was already on Kneecap, who are also under investigation.
See if he's hauled in too, shall we?
I suspect more than
and just very quickly, coverage of the weather.
It's hot.
I stay out as SW19 swelters. That is in the Metro. Tennis-loving celebs stayed in the shade. And the Daily Star as well. You ain't seen nothing sweat. Record-breaking summer temperatures on the way. Talk about 40 degrees by the forecast to come a bit later on. Harry, Pippa, thank you very much indeed. Thank you for your service too.
Everyone has a birthday they'll always remember.
Can we open my presents now, Mommy?